Hey everybody, Cowboy here. Today we do a quick review of a possible price movement for USDCAD and how I may choose to trade it. If you stick around after the clip, we can tell you how to find us, what we do, that kind of stuff. Also, you could just go to the website at the bottom of the screen, www.algofactory.tech, or zap that QR code. In the meantime, enjoy the clip. The general direction for the euro right now, or the Canadian, I should say, is up. However, it is also up against a lot of resistance. So what we're probably going to see is kind of a slow climb up. So what I'd be looking for is maybe on a little bit higher of a time frame. Okay, if I were to trade the Canadian dollar, right? It's right at a resistance right now. Okay, and that is reflected in the algorithm as well. So, price has gone up, and if I look back far enough in time, I'll probably see some kind of, structure. We can go ahead and do that as good practice, because that is really what I always do is I look back in time for structure, and you'll see it right here. So this is back in March, and so in March there is some older structure. Let me get rid of this data on the bottom there. Okay, so there is structure there, and there is structure not as relevant right here. And there's structure everywhere, but these are the ones that are in the way of price. So I would expect price to kind of slowly rise up in this direction. And then now we have our structure mapped out. So let me go to a lower time frame, maybe the 30-minute, and see how I would trade this. Given that I think price will kind of wag up into that direction, right? It's not going to necessarily, well, it never goes straight up, but because of the resistance against which price is moving, I would expect to see a pullback, which we are now seeing. But I would wait. Okay, so this is how I would run this. Local resistance right here. Lots of attempts to break that. One attempt here based on market data. Price looks like it's going to kind of head down for a minute. I don't know. I'd have to kind of look here to see. Yeah, so this is what I think will happen. And again, I could be wrong on this, and I would not trade this until it actually happened, right? But I think we're going to see price come down towards this area. It may not make it all the way. We have a little bit of a range possibly developing. And whether a range develops or not, at some point, price will stop bouncing around in this area and then head up, right? So I could look for a breakout above this line to enter the trade, but here's the problem. You have price also creating this little bit of structure. So it really depends on what's happening with the algos. But ideally, I could enter the trade before this structure and have a good trade, but it might actually be that I have to wait for it to go above that. And then price, once it goes above that, it may and probably will have some kind of a pullback, and then I can go long up into this area. So my trade probably would look something like that, where I enter at that pullback. Or if the algos were kind of strong enough in that direction, I might enter right at the breakout, but there's going to be a lot of false breakouts. But the structure that's blocking everything is local and not so strong. So there's a decent chance playing that breakout will be a good way to go. But after every breakout, there's almost always, at least on a lower time frame, a pullback. So I might look for that pullback, enter, say here, have a stop relevant to the pullback, and then have my profit taking up here. And if I'm algos are telling me I may have an extended target. It just depends on how price is moving, what the algos are saying. And I could even have extended targets way up here, but chances are, because of this structure, price is probably going to retrace and then head back up. So I'm probably going to want to take profit actually before this line, that structure that from way back when. I'm probably going to front run that a decent amount, like maybe here. And then I'll probably take profit there and then wait for price to, maybe go back above that older structure and do the same action that we saw here with a pullback and a move up. That's probably the best way to go, in my opinion. So we are live every weekday, 8:30 AM EST, giving out free content. Come check us out on YouTube. Come talk to us. Go over to the website. That's www.algofactory.tech. Again, www.algofactory.tech. And for a limited time promotional offer, we are giving out memberships at $49.99 a month. There's a ton that we're offering over there. Come see what that's about. Also, you can see our Twitter link. All the links are up on YouTube. Come talk to us on social media. See us on the live YouTube videos. We hope to see you soon.